Hi everyone, welcome to Nerd Alert. This is the first episode of Nerd Alert in like 5 years, so welcome back, I guess. My name is Em.
I'm Owen.
And for those of you that have followed this channel back when it was mostly Erica Clash stuff, you will know that I did a series of like nerdy videos, different topics, countdown type of things. We did some movie reviews and things like that. And that's really what this show is going to be moving forward. It's going to be our chance to just talk about movies that are coming out and what we thought. More so analysis, right? Like we're not trying to score it or really like, review it or break down.
Scene by scene.
Yeah. This is just our way to like share some thoughts, some analysis. And hopefully you get a sense of if you want to check this movie out as well.
Yeah.
So,
and where are we? Right
where are we? We're in the back door. The back rooms.
The back room.
Yes.
So we just saw the back rooms.
Yes.
We were silent on the train ride back from the theater, so we didn't spoil each other on our thoughts.
And it's very out of character for us because usually as soon as we walk out the theater, we try to break it down,
trying to get our thoughts and everything collected.
Yeah. Even though like I know that the filmmakers are not there in the theater, I try to like wait until at least we get out the door of the movie theater. I guess that's just like a theater etiquette thing. Like on Broadway, you wait till you get down the street.
You cross the threshold.
Yeah, you cross, you go to, 7th Avenue.
You go to dinner and you talk about.
You go to dinner at the McDonald's, the Times Square McDonald's. But yeah, so that was interesting for us. Is kind of new to kind of not share thoughts.
Right.
So.
Well, do you mind if I read something?
Okay.
Because the whole time I was watching this movie, this thing was building in me.
Okay.
And I have to get it out.
Okay.
Boomers raised by depression survivors, scarcity mindset in the most prosperous era of American society. More is not enough. More of what? More of everything. But you better keep moving, growing, lest you too become the apathetic memory in the forever detritus of a more that is not for you. This is Gen Z horror.
Ooh, I think that's a great way to kind of set this off because, and we're going to get into spoilers and things like that. So, whatever, come back later if you want to see the movie without being spoiled. But this was created by a 20-year-old. And they started this YouTube series when they were 16 years old.
Right.
And
I found it pretty early in its life, and I sent it to you.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah,
because it was in 2022 that the YouTube series started. Kane Parsons created it.
Yeah, and I don't know how I ran across it, but I loved it instantly.
Yeah.
And I sent it to you right away. I remember that.
And of course, me being a lore whore, I dove into the Backrooms wiki and all that stuff. So, yeah, I mean, it's uniquely Gen Z in the sense that it is a community of online strangers coming together to create this mythos.
Right.
And then we have this one person, Kane Parsons, who does the famous web series, and then they were approached to turn this into a movie. Apparently, they want to do a TV show and or more movies.
Okay.
Well,
yeah.
According to the wiki.
Right.
Which take that, with a grain of salt. But it is set in 1990.
It's a period piece.
It is a period piece. And I love that. Well, I guess this is dating ourselves. But I love that, we have movies now that are, period pieces that are set in the 90s or the 2000s or, the 80s. I didn't live to see the 80s. But, 1990, it's just such a specific vibe and aesthetic.
Yeah, all the couches that are featured in this movie, I've woken up hungover on.
Scarily accurate.
Yeah.
I can't quite articulate what it is. I think for me, we were talking about this the other day, it's the choice of colors, right? A lot of that forest green, there's the burgundies. Right. Or even just the wallpaper, I just like when I think of the Backrooms, I think of like the Sunday school of a church basement.
Yeah.
Like, and I've been to like places like that where it's just like there's a certain smell to it. It's empty.
There's the low hum of fluorescence.
Yeah, like, oh my God, like that is so, and it was a great part of the sound design. The hum of the lights, and it's just sort of so integral to that initial like idea of like what the Backrooms is. Like it's like never ending, just wasteland.
Right. So did you like it?
I did like it. What did you think?
I loved it.
Okay, you loved it.
I loved it.
Yeah.
Like I said, like this is Gen Z horror. You know, a vast space that looks like a workplace, but no jobs.
Right.
Right?
They're hitting on something about the malaise of capitalism, of
and the whole thing about memory, like nostalgia, like her hanging on to that thing of her mother's handprint, you know?
Right.
Like it's talking about that, like reliving memories in our head over and over, you know?
And by the way, I love that visual in the beginning of her as a little girl putting her hand into the cement, because it's such a great foreshadow.
It's such a great transition when the crane overhead, like it's a great shot. There's a lot of really good, like, considered shots. It's not just like flat.
Yeah, camera work, and we dip in and out of like these sort of found footage sections and sort of more conventional like narrative storytelling with film. I
want to know why you didn't love it.
Well, no, I'm not saying that I didn't love it. I say I liked it. It may grow on me more.
Okay.
You know, with a subsequent watch, or with just letting it marinate for a second, because we're reviewing this like fresh out of the theater. Right. I think, and a part of me thinks this is a benefit. I did not get a sense of like a conventional story structure here.
Okay.
So, and it was about 2 hours, a little over 2 hours was the runtime that was advertised on the tickets.
Right.
But it went by so fast.
I was like, oh, it's over.
Yeah.
And like, but not in a bad way for me.
Right. No.
I thought it was like, yeah, we can get into it in spoilers, but like, I thought it was a perfect ending.
But I guess, I mean, in a way, again, this is good. Like, I didn't quite know where they were taking us. And then by the end, I did kind of want more. I was like, but wait, there's like so much more to unpack. Or like, I was waiting for that kind of very by the numbers structure that would kind of tell us like, this is Act 1, Act 2, Act 3.
Right.
But this was just, we're going to let you have it. I mean, again, there is a beginning, middle, end, you could say.
I think there's a full story.
Yeah, there's a full story. I'm not trying to say that there's anything lacking at all, but it was, the structure of it threw me off in a way that I was like expecting and like left wanting more.
Well, you'll never be satisfied until there's an anime series, a radio dramedy, like pages and pages of lore.
Yeah, that's true. I guess again, I think that speaks to like how good it was.
Yeah, right. That
I was left wanting more, and I was left with so many questions, and I don't expect everything to be perfectly like tied up in a bow. But yeah, I was kind of like, wait, that's it? Like, that's the end. But then, and I should add, you all, we were watching the Everything Must Go extended cut.
Right.
Which we haven't seen the original version of it. So we're not exactly certain what was added. Although if I had to guess, I think it would be...
There was like an extra like 15 minutes after the credits.
Right, the post credits. So yeah, it was like around that long. So that's what I'm assuming was the part that was added on.
Right.
So, and again, not that it feels tacked on in a bad way, but it was like a sort of an addendum to the film, because it was very much, it wasn't a mid credits.
Well, and it was
like a after the credits, after like the SAG-AFTRA logo comes on, after the music cuts out, we get like an added like found footage section.
Right. And I can see why they cut it. I don't think it added anything
Mm.
to the movie, but it was cool to see.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wonder if they had originally planned for it to be a part of somewhere in the structure of the
I
film,
wonder
and
if
then
it
they
was like the lead up, like the opening, the cold open of like the found footage of that. I wonder if it was going to be longer.
right, and then they kind of were like, let's get to it, Wendy.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And they did.
Yeah, they definitely did.
Like I said, like the time flew by. I thought it was paced
Yeah.
perfectly. Like
Yeah.
I was wanting
fully
to see
engaged.
what's next. The times, even when they weren't in the back rooms or it wasn't horror, I was engaged by the acting.
Mm-hmm. So in the lead role we have, and I apologize if I'm mispronouncing, I'm doing my best, Chiwetel Ejiofor. And what did you think about his performance?
I thought he was great.
Mm-hmm.
And
really, really good.
I've never really seen him in a lot of things other than, Serenity, the Firefly movie.
Okay.
Which you're unaware of.
Yes.
But yeah, he did great. When he was talking, like I was listening.
Yeah.
I
also really enjoyed I'm thinking that her character really is the protagonist of the film. Played by, her name was Mary in the movie. Played by Renate Reinsve. She's a Norwegian actress. She kind of has that, like, you can't quite place what her accent is, but it's like something European.
Right. But no, like, she's definitely the main character because she has growth. Mm-hmm. Where Clark, like, his character literally refuses to grow. And that's what I think the movie's talking about. Right.
I mean, there is that interesting sort of theme of like mental illness and I think some of his issues are caused by obviously the alcoholism, but you could argue that that's also an effect of the sort of like modern society malaise, how do you raise a family in the late 80s, early 90s? How do you swing to, how do you manage two people with each wanting a career and also wanting a child and also having a mortgage and also, these are things that come up in the therapy sessions with him and his therapist. And just the weight of all of that just left him kind of paralyzed and sort of stuck in his addiction and stuck in the routine, right? Owning and managing this store that's not doing well.
Right. And I have to say, like, wanting to be an architect is such a yuppie, like, 90s sitcom dad occupation. You know what I mean? Like it's like enough to say that the character is smart and accomplished and has a career and went to college. But also artistic.
Right.
I think it's such a great choice to make him an architect. As a character. And
how interesting that, of course, we're faced with all of this very unconventional, unsettling architecture, if you will. His curiosity with the Backrooms kind of is consistent with that. And just the idea of like broken dreams, right? Like, for him, I'm sure as a black man in the 80s and 90s, trying to make a career in anything, harder than it is today, obviously. And just, again, that idea of like, we're in this like Reagan 2, Bush 1,
right.
Like capitalism is just turning everything into a retail wasteland.
No, I totally think it's like the boomer mindset of like, we don't have enough space, so we somehow find this space and we need to exploit it. This is free. What is that meme? It's free real estate. It's free real estate. How can we exploit this? How can we, buy it for $1 million and sell it for $4 million? You know what I mean?
Right. And I think, we get a sense of this, I think, in the web series too, but in this film as well. we know that there's some sort of company that's doing research on the Backrooms. Mm-hmm. And if I'm remembering correctly in the web series, it was like some sort of like experiment to try to create like more storage for a government agency or something. Mm-hmm. There's like a blink and you'll miss it, like newspaper clipping about like a government contract that was given to the company, Async. So there's like this uncomfortable, like, you know, they want to do research and learn more, but we can probably guess that it's for, like you said, for profit or to be
absolutely
exploited or monetized in some way.
Absolutely. Yeah. That's what the whole movie's about.
Yeah.
I think. So do we want to get into full frontal spoilers?
Full frontal, backdoor spoilers.
I found something in the store.
Okay. What did you find?
What did you think of the progression of the Backrooms? Like,
I thought that was interesting. And again, this is one of those moments where I think, based on the trailer, did you watch any of the trailers or anything? See, this is the difference between he and I. I will watch every single trailer. I will pick apart every single Reddit thread, every single speculation. Like that's part of the fun for me is like the speculation and the lore and like.
Yeah.
But he doesn't. He wants to go in completely like unspoiled.
It's not even about being spoiled. It's like if I know I'm going to go see something, I'm going to go see it. I don't want to like get the best moments of the trailer in the trailer. You know what I mean?
And I can't say that I watched like every little single inch of every promo material like I did with Evil Dead Burn, which is our next review. But like based on the trailer, I got the sense that it was the kind of story pattern, I'll say, where you have a protagonist that witnesses something wild and crazy and hard to believe, and they enlist the help of someone that they know to like investigate it, right? It seemed more by the numbers than we got. And so for there to be that turn where like we go from the main character, what is his name? Clark brings in the camera person and his girlfriend from his commercial, which that was another great device. Yeah.
The pirate.
The campy like pirate commercials, and then there's the other guy with the cowboy theme.
Yeah. And
then the advertisements before the movie were like this lady with like a dinosaur safari like in her furniture store. I don't know if that's real or AI or what.
Or if it was promotion for the movie.
Right.
But it was giving Montgomery Flea Market.
You can find them at the market. We talking about flea market. Montgomery. It's just like a mini mall. Oh yeah.
So all that to say, circling back to my thought, so we have that like moment where they all go into the back rooms, right? And you know, I'm kind of wondering like where they're taking us story-wise. And we cut completely away. Like we have this like cliffhanger moment between two of those characters. One has already been snatched up by the evil creatures in there. And then we just cut, and then we go, and then we really shift focus back to Mary. And I'm like, okay, this is, if I wasn't sure already, like Mary's definitely the main character and the protagonist of this movie, because it really is through her eyes for the rest of it. So I love that little turn. It was like an unexpected, like we didn't really get a full sense of like what happened to them for a hot minute.
Right.
And then come to find out like the Backrooms, you know, there's ways to like safely exist in there.
Yeah.
And so he's just been like stewing and yeah, I just found that so interesting.
Yeah, I loved his initial foray into the Backrooms where he's still kind of drunk.
Right.
Drinking Jim Beam, I might add. Man of my own taste. But and then he runs across that plyboard standee.
Scary as hell.
That is playing the 55 Hello in 55 languages,
right,
from the golden record on the Voyager satellite. So they're literally like they're treating this as like exploration.
Wow, like I didn't even know about that.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, and then
when did that satellite go up? Do you know? Or
70s.
In the 70s. Yeah. Okay.
But it that scene where he crawls through the little tunnel and then he's in that room and he hears the noise. Like, I mean, the tension was just so good.
Yeah.
The horror is good.
Yeah.
Like and then I was genuinely like, every so often. And I don't jump a lot in movies.
I'm a jump scare girly. Like, we rewatched Jaws 2 like last summer, and I jumped like I've never jumped in my life. And I had seen that movie many times before as a kid.
Right.
But we digress. But it even got you.
Yeah.
The jump scares. Not that it's like a jump scare heavy
movie.
film,
No,
because
it's
it's not about that.
The tension builds up so well.
And they pay it off. They don't edge you or...
And baby, I'm going to say it. High strangeness everywhere.
Oh, that's the magic word.
I love like the opening scene of the seagull flying in there.
Oh my God.
As if a seagull can also get trapped back there. Like, that's so weird.
Well,
I love it.
Well, and to that point, like, I think about like birds that get stuck in airports,
right.
Or
exactly.
Like, I'm like, that must be similarly terrifying for them.
Trapped in the infrastructure that wasn't meant for you. That's like, built to be hostile.
Yeah.
Like,
so disturbing.
Like, what is it? The bars in the middle of benches so homeless people won't sleep on them.
Right.
It's like that sort of like, it can't just be a bench. It has to be someplace that you don't stay.
Right. Like, you think about like some of the design elements of the back rooms, like sets of chairs, but like no table, like things just feeling incomplete. It's the whole uncanny valley. Like, it's slightly off.
Right.
And I love that with each sort of layer or level of the back rooms. Like, there was one amazing sequence of shots where you're just going deeper and deeper and deeper, and everything just gets a little bit more like slanted.
They make that really explicit. It's like an abstraction of reality bit by bit.
Right.
Yeah.
That was really interesting.
The second foray that they go in when they bring the camera, and it's his assistant, it's Clark's assistant manager and her boyfriend with the camera.
Yeah.
Like, that whole horror scene, loved every minute of it.
Scary as hell.
I was like giddy because I was just so caught up in it.
Yeah.
The pacing is good. When the camera, it's like a hand cam.
Right.
So like when it's like going off, like I felt myself like trying to look around the corner.
Yeah.
What and then the portion where he comes to the room with the Christmas tree.
Terrifying.
That scared the hell out of me. Not like, it was just like, I want to barf.
It was disturbing.
Like, and the people that came out, like, I was not expecting there to be like other people down there. Like,
yeah.
people.
The office assistant with the heavy shoulder pads. Was she
in Jaws 3?
She wishes. Was she in a scene with the therapist at that party?
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah, so that sort of begs the question, like, does she get stuck in the back rooms? Has she been there before?
Well, she's one of the memory things. Right.
But she never came in contact with Clark.
I don't think it's everything that ever was.
Right, right. Because more than any other version of the Backrooms, I'm getting the sense that it's this distortion of our reality. So like, it's sort of like an as above, so below, like twisted mirror image sort of thing.
Very us.
Yeah, kind of very us. And the Christmas tree moment is terrifying. I think they use light and shadow really well.
Yeah.
So like that scene was like completely dark, and we've all been like at home in the Christmas season with like the lights off, and all that's on is the Christmas tree, and even like, oh God, when he gets lowered down, it's giving like Mario 64, like weird, like there's like weird liminal spaces, and I mean that game is a whole exercise in liminal spaces, but like the weird like shoot down like at a weird diagonal, and again like that very like slightly off, like it's like just steep enough where it's like you can kind of manage but kind of not.
Right.
Yeah, you can't quite get it, and like the carpet, like there's nothing to grip on. It's just that in itself is terrifying. And then when he gets down into that to that
it's
rabbit
all
hole. It's like
dirty clothes. You know it smells crazy down there.
dirty. It's like dirty clothes.
There's
like
one of those like cardboard standees down there.
yeah, like blood. It looked like everything was kind of dark, and that's when he comes into contact with like one of the scaries.
Yeah.
And that was terrifying. And and I love that we don't, other than the weird like Clark monster, the like pirate monster, which wasn't my favorite personally.
I loved it.
The creatures were really scary, but we don't really get a good look at them, which I love. Like it's true to the Backrooms. I feel like that scene, that whole sequence was incredible because it felt like they had stepped fully into that world of one of the the web series episodes of the Backrooms.
I want to go back to that Christmas tree scene where he's going around the back of it, and I felt like it was so perfectly timed. By the time you realize that there's something else there, like behind the tree, like he realizes it. Like I think it's just such a great timed like scare, like ratcheting of the tension is just so good there. And then she comes out of nowhere,
right? And you completely forget about the other thing that was like scaring the shit out of you. Great use of the camera, like you were talking about, like the handy cam stuff, and like even right at the end, like in the bonus footage that we got, like it's kind of like there's tension even from like where the like how the person is holding the camera in it's universe.
Like, I want to look. Why aren't you pointing?
I know, like I feel like they're setting us up for a scare because like I'm like picturing like they're gonna move the camera up here and we're gonna get like a jump scare or something. That's almost scarier than they actually like doing that to us because it's almost like expected. But it's that tension of like I can't quite see what the actual person is seeing because they're interacting with others in real time and like they're not necessarily always aware or like remembering that they're recording. So it brings like an extra layer of like realness to it and like just adds that tension. Or like we see the rope starting to get pulled. Like he sets the camera down and the guy is like tied up to that rope and we see it start to get pulled from like where the camera's at. And then like a few seconds later, he's just getting sucked back down into that hole.
And that tearing at
that hole.
So you didn't like the giant pirate?
It wasn't my favorite. I don't know.
Loved it.
I thought as a theme, like it was great. Like it was his twisted, it's mirror image, right?
It's a twisted mirror image of his lowest.
Right.
He has to dress up as a pirate.
Right.
With a fucking table leg taped to his leg.
And I love the detail of like he has the peg leg and he's walking up, but you can see his real leg and like behind him. It's so dumb. But that like, commercial.
That's his embarrassment ritual, like that he has to relive over and over again of like debasing himself to sell shitty plywood furniture. You know what I mean?
Right.
To like hang on to his fat girlfriend or whatever.
Right. And like the tract houses, like perfect real world setting, like Santa Clara, like Southern California, like just houses of ticky tacky.
Right.
Like the houses themselves look like the Backrooms.
That's the thing. The wasteland is already there.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And that's also pointed out in the very first scene where this house that she grew up in is being replaced by a giant office building.
Oh yeah.
You know?
A family home getting knocked down to become an office building or an apartment complex.
To stand empty. You know what I mean?
Right.
It will just be another empty building.
Right.
Because as we know now, like watching a 1990s film, like set in the 90s, as we are now, like post-COVID.
Right.
Like that's just an empty office building now.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
Again, high strangeness, eating the people that don't, like the people that you can just eat.
Oh yeah, that was wild.
Loved it.
What was he pulling? Was he just pulling like belly fat off of that guy?
I feel like it was supposed to be like furniture stuffing, but also edible for something.
That's okay. That's kind of what it looked like in a way. But then I was like, is he just straight up taking like fat off of this guy's stomach?
I think it looked like mashed potatoes. It looked pretty good.
Right. Well,
Just a little Tapatio or,
Ooh.
you know,
Tabasco.
Tabasco goes good on
Yeah.
everything. We know that.
And by the way, you all, we have hot sauces for every type of meal you can imagine, like different ones for each
Yeah,
one.
you never know what you need.
Yeah.
I feel like it would be a Tapatio, sort of.
I love the moment where she took off her therapist hat and read him for the filth.
Right.
Like the gloves came off.
Yeah. No, I love that scene where they're like reenacting the role play again.
Oh yeah.
Only this time it's different.
Well, it was a great like the tables have turned moment because you could think of her as the therapist and being in her office in session. She's the one with the power in that power, quote unquote, in that moment.
Right.
Or she has some sort of authority or he has some sort of deference towards her, and then the tables turn.
Yeah.
And she still had the wherewithal to like read him for the gods.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I was the funniest scene to me was when he cuts off that lady's hair and puts it on her. Because it was just such like a valve release for me to laugh at that.
Yeah.
Because like the tension is so high. Like I was laughing so hard at that scene.
I mean, great tension because like they're screaming at each other in the back rooms, and you're like, darling, something's gonna hear you,
Right.
and like whatever interpersonal drama you all have going on, like there are scary creatures down here that want to snatch you.
Yeah. Yeah, I also like the idea that there aren't hard and fast rules about who lives and who dies down in the back rooms. I kind of like that it's a weird place that like doesn't have our rules. You know what I mean?
Right. And that's another thing where I think the movie throws us off in a good way is that we don't have this very telegraphed, like, these are the rules of this world.
Right.
So that was just great because it just left you like not knowing what to expect.
Yeah.
His ability to like the way that he struggles in the real world and yet somehow became very much at home in Backrooms is really interesting and thematically consistent.
Right. Well, because he refuses to grow. He refuses to move on. And the Backrooms is all about like preserving the nostalgia, the past, keeping it how it is, you know.
The sameness of everything.
Yeah, that's what I thought was like the theme of it. Yeah.
That scene where she's at that party, I feel like she's taking. I feel like she she goes to that like room off to the side and like takes something. So I don't know, were they hinting that maybe she had her own struggles?
Yeah, I think because this is the idea is that she grows, she moves on. You know what I mean?
Right.
She breaks the handprint that she had.
Right.
You know, she's letting go of the past and moving forward.
Right.
And
She
I
has
think
a lot of trauma
Right.
around her mom.
And I think that scene at the party is her like, you know, still holding on to the bit of that trauma from her mom and like getting socially worn out at this party.
Right.
Has to go to the back room. Well, not the back room, but an office or whatever and like take her pill or something.
Right.
Like Xanax or whatever.
Right.
But like, yeah, she moves on. She grows.
Now, the ending.
Yeah.
Where she gets rescued, question mark?
Rescued, snatched up.
Yeah, by Async, which is the company that's researching / behind the back rooms.
I do love the detail of like, we built MRIs, but then we accidentally opened up a door to the back rooms.
Right.
And now that's all we do is the back room.
Right, like medical equipment wastelands.
Yeah, and also I think it was very clever that when she's back in the real world, all those like hallways and back room and like the underbelly of this wherever they async is very back rooms. There's just equipment off to the side.
Yes, I noticed that.
Just like empty rooms. Yeah, it's like I said, the detritus, the wasteland is already here.
Right.
Like,
right.
you don't have to go you don't have to go to the back rooms.
Right. Right.
To like have a void of like, because I mean, like you can step outside on LA and see like a roadway that isn't built for humans.
Yes.
Like it's just for cars.
Yes.
You know, like I think that's the whole zeitgeist that it's getting at.
The hospital over here has like a big empty hallway, and we see it like every morning.
Yeah, right.
And it's always creeped me out. Like it's kind of like giving Halloween too, but it's also giving Backrooms.
There's never anybody in there.
I have not seen a single person walk through there. It's just like, yeah. So there's something to be said about like the excess of it all, right?
Yeah.
Like.
More is not enough.
Yeah, like like the furniture at his store was mass produced and shot out and like shipped, and like he has more of it than he needs. He's never gonna sell it all.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like, wow.
Mm-hmm. So again, the ending. What did you think of it?
I mean, I thought it was interesting. I was left like excited for more. I'll say that. Not that it was lacking, but that I was just like, okay, wow, like I would love to know like what happens to her, like I want to know more about this company, and just
I thought it was great.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was a great ending because I feel like often, especially in horror, like you get the good ending. Or not a good ending, but like a satisfying ending.
Mm-hmm.
But then but we have to show the monster coming back and doing something.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And like for it to just end on that like note of this is playing out in the back rooms. This is also being replicated in the back rooms.
Because the last shot, if I'm not mistaken, is a twisted copy of Mary just sitting in the back rooms like a lump.
Mm-hmm.
And she's all distorted and crazy.
It's great. It's perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just raises so many. Yeah.
It's a perfect place to end. Because then you can go anywhere you want it, or you can let it stand as itself.
Right.
And force the audience to embrace the metaphor instead of going to Google and looking up like, what does this mean? What's the meaning of the back rooms?
Right. And like, we're not that kind of channel, but I can see so many channels, no tea, no shade, like being like, Backrooms explained, ending explained. Like, it's like, it's such a, it's such a thing that we look for. It's like,
and they'll have a freeze
people
frame
to digest it for us. And like,
you know, get your kicks however you want. But like, I feel like forcing the audience to embrace the metaphor is such a great way to end that movie. Instead of being like, the pirate woke up again and broke her out and like, started tearing up async. You know?
Or ending in a cheap jump scare.
Yeah, right.
Even the like, so going back to the everything must go footage, what did you think of that?
I'm glad they cut it out. I don't think it was necessary. I think the cold open was enough to like hook me in and like get ready for like the real world story happening, you know? I think it went on a little too long because I feel like the more I would see of the back room and like the breaking down of it, like they do in the like it's
documenting a very clinical
breakdown of a phenomenon in the back room. Yeah. And I will say the voice level, like the audio level of the voice talking,
oh my God,
was so jarring.
He was screaming.
So like, if that wasn't intentional, like it did its job because like it was unnerving. Like I was like, oh, when can we get? When is this going to be over?
Yeah.
Like, and I feel like it used correctly. I feel like it could have been put back in the movie because it would have been like unnerving.
I could see a cut of this film where there's like, I'm thinking about Cloverfield. And by the way, like this movie, like Cloverfield, is one of those where like, if you're sensitive to handheld camera stuff,
right, you're going to vomit.
You're going to struggle, but it's worth it. I promise you. Where was I going with that? That I could see a cut of this film where like little snippets of that are like laced throughout. to sort of give that like random like found footage vibe.
Yeah.
Because like the device in Cloverfield is that they like taped over another tape.
Right.
So you're like getting like snippets of like the characters at Coney Island like having a lovey-dovey day, and then it's like the terror of, you know, the Cloverfield attack. So yeah, I could have seen something like that. It was very tense, but I kind of at the same time I knew where it was going. Because I clocked the name of the person.
Oh.
It was the same they like say like the videographer's name, and it's like I forgot what it was, but I clocked it from like the ID that was left that he found in his first visit to the Backrooms in that bag. And so I kind of was piecing together that it was gonna tie back to the cold open. But again, like I don't know, I don't find the pirate thing scary.
I think it's supposed to be weird.
I know.
Unnerving.
I know.
And that's what I've liked about it. Is that it's not like, ooh, it's not like tentacle monster. You know, it's a it's a reflection of himself at his lowest.
Yes. No, you're right.
And like that's embrace the metaphor.
I mean, and it was weird and creepy.
And that scene when she gets to like the altered showroom or whatever.
Yeah.
And she's like crawling away and like turns and he's right there. Like I jumped.
Yeah, that was the biggest jump for him for sure.
Yeah. Like I felt like I knew it was coming, but still like it was jarring.
Right. Like you know something's coming, but then you don't know how they're gonna pay it off. I felt like it was the quote unquote the jump scares or like those like payoff moments didn't feel jump scare baity.
Right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Any other thoughts?
I love the opening cold open, and then it just cuts to black on the screen, and there's just people watching it.
Oh yeah, that was
like,
great.
Their faces, like that was such a good like. Nothing is by accident. This is all by committee. Mm-hmm. This has been approved. This has been filled out in triplicate. You know what I mean? Like this is the grinding bureaucracy of like acquiring more at work. And like you are going to get ground up by it. Right.
The sort of the capitalistic meat grinder of like we're gonna send people down to do research. We know it's dangerous. We're probably not going to tell them how dangerous it actually is.
Right, but it will be supervised and it will be recorded and you will get notes.
Right.
It'll be on your next review.
They were just watching in silence.
Yeah, it was great.
And even like that guy that's like watching the footage of Clark going in for the first time, it just gives us just enough of a taste. Like we know more is going on, but like I applaud them for like not giving us everything and spelling it all out.
And I also think it's a funny joke that that's the actor from Office Space.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. Okay. Which is, you know, kind of like makes sense in a movie about endless office space.
Right.
Yeah. So overall,
it was a good, I would recommend you go see it or rent it or however.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I think it would be worth it to see it in theaters if it's still playing near you.
Yes. So we had wanted to see it when it first had come out, but then we were traveling and then busy and then whatever. But I found out that they had this new version of it with like the bonus footage. So, and allegedly, I don't believe this, but allegedly that's cinema only.
Oh.
But like they're gonna milk it at some point. YouTube. Yeah. So definitely go and see it. Go and see it in the cinema if you can. There should be like more showings now that they have this extended version out.
Hopefully. Yeah. It was good. Mm-hmm. I loved it. It's topical, but it's not like in your face topical.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
it's not an issue based thing.
And it's like a deeper subconscious unnerving feeling about the world instead of like, you know, like this person doesn't respect my, you know, my lifestyle. You know, they're a hick from the hills and they want to kill me because I'm queer.
Right.
You know.
Which we've all been there.
We've all been there.
So why do it in a movie?
But exactly. Like it's just such a better I always think of like that, you know, boomers are always saying like kids are always on their phones, you know?
Right.
Like, well, look at what they have to, you know, what else is out there for them?
Yeah, there's nothing.
You know, it's a wasteland.
Yeah. Shit jobs, shit wages,
Yeah.
shit products.
Yeah, exactly. An endless wasteland.
That's the Backrooms.
Yeah, loved it.
So thank you everyone for watching. Our next movie review will be Evil Dead Burn. I'm very, very, very excited.
There was a trailer for Evil Dead Burn at the beginning of this movie.
And he was like, la, 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 la.
First off, I went in, I was like, if it comes up, you have to let me know before.
And then like that, it came on.
As soon as and I was like, and then,
Yeah.
you know, like doing everything. And I don't remember anything.
And I was just watching it for like the 19th time.
Yeah.
So thank you again for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.
See you next time.